Hello everybody, welcome to the Sperrin Mountains in the middle of Northern Ireland, in possibly Derry, more likely Tyrone at the moment. I just thought I'd do a quick video up here. My name's Rua Butler, by the way. I write historical fiction set in the 12th century. But as I was up here on this fantastic walk with Finn, who is just over there milling around, I saw this fantastic feature mentioned in a sign, which is Cnoc Scinna, which is a rath, an ancient Irish rath, which is quite interesting. It is a little bit different to all the other hills around here in that all the other hills around here seem to be drumlins, i.e. they were made during the Ice Age or carved up by the ice retreating. This one, if you can see, and I hope you can, is slightly different in that it has man-made features around it, indicating that this is something that where people were living at least part of the year, and using for defensive purposes, pretty much in the same way that the Anglo-Saxons would have used their burhs during the Viking invasion, and the sun comes out and lights it up beautifully. And in that sort of way, this is for defensive purposes. They would have retreated up there, presumably when they were threatened by one of the roving bands of men that would have been very prevalent during in the years both before and after the 12th century Norman invasion of Ireland. Now this is a great place because this is, if you see over here, we do have fields. I'm sitting down basically in what is a marsh, with a little stream just running just across in front of me, just in this direction down towards Dava Forest, which is about half a mile to my right. This is a great position. This would have had, obviously at the top, there would have been possibly a defensible house, a fortified house up there, but also it probably had a stockade running, maybe a couple of stockades. I see just about 20 feet in front of me, just above this marsh where I'm standing, there is a place where it probably was a stockade. Then about 10 feet above that, there's another sort of flattening out section, which probably could have been just where that those bushes are, they begin. There's another sort of flattened out area that could have been, and then even above that, right towards the pinnacle of the hill, there's another area which seems to look like it could have had another stockade. So this is an incredibly good example of a rath or a ring fort. Now they probably wouldn't have lived up there all year, but when one of these roving bands of cattle thieves and would have come this direction, this is where they would have come to. They'd have driven their cattle and all their people inside and defended it. And obviously down this side where the river, the stream is, would have been extremely defensible, because you don't want to be caught trying to cross this marsh with all sorts of things raining down upon you, from slingers to javelins and spears, and probably there were bowmen available. And if you were down here and you were making slow progress across this marsh, it would have been pretty difficult. So you'd have probably come down this area of land down here towards it, and I'm sure they were prepared for that as well. So it's a very interesting feature in the landscape. Just to give a bit of idea of geography of where we are, this way is off to the west, and over that hill about a quarter of a mile away is the incredible Beagmore Stone Circles, which is a brilliant place to go if you like your Neolithic stone circles. I have a video on that, so I'll leave a posting in the description. And off in this direction, following the boardwalk, we have Dava, which is a large forest, and there are many stone features down there as well. We can see one directly in front of us now, but there are several more on the way to Dava Forest. So this is an incredibly important area for Neolithic people living in Ireland. But I thought definitely worth a video, so I'll post this when I get home, and hopefully you have a very nice day, and we'll see you all later. Cheerio.